So I was witness to something the other day that broke my heart. I was at a, I was on a webinar and the speaker gave their spiel and then was going around the room and asking attendees about themselves. And someone came on and said that she was a life coach and she was trying to get clients and she was trying to get her business up off the ground, but that she had spent the last 2 years investing in courses and hiring coaches, which I'm not knocking. I love coaches, but she was, getting buying all sorts of expensive programs and taking all these training to do all of the tech because she was trying to create her website by herself, and she was trying to do the graphic design by herself, and she was trying to take copywriting courses, and she was trying to create an online course by herself, and she kept spending all of this money and all of this time trying to wear all of the hats. And she spent the last, my Betty's cat, she spent the last 2 years just spinning her wheels. And the problem is, I think that a lot of people are in this mindset that they're saving money by doing it all themselves. But what broke my heart was she said, well, I still haven't quite figured it all out yet. So I'm just going to spend more money and more time and take more courses. Oh my gosh, I felt so bad for her because think about it. If you were a coach, and let's say you can charge your clients upwards of $1,000 a month, right? Some coaches are charging, $5,000 a month per client. Think about what your hourly rate really is based on your time. And now think about how much you could have made in those past 2 years instead of trying to get started, trying to build the online part of it, trying to build all the stuff, trying to learn all the tech. You're not saving money. You're losing money because you're not focusing on your area of genius. Oh my gosh. My heart went out for that woman because she didn't even realize that she was spinning her wheels for nothing, that she wasn't saving money. In fact, she probably spent more money on programs that she still had yet to go through, and she still had yet to learn the tech instead of just hiring somebody to do it all for her. And that's where I step in, because I would love to help you stay focused on income producing activities, stay in your area of genius. You are an expert, and that's why you're a coach. So just consider how much money you lost from the time that you were trying to get your business online until now because you were trying to do all of those things. Sometimes we don't realize just how much money we're losing because it's not there in the first place. It's one thing to have money and then spend it, and it's a different idea, a different concept to not be making that money that you could have made in the first place. So it's hard for people to visualize this, but this is why I wanted to come on today, because I see this over and over and over again. I have been working behind the scenes in the tech, in the graphic design, in all of the inner workings. I'm a computer geek, so I can do all of those things. And I would love to do those things for you so you can be rolling in the cash instead of taking another several years to learn everything just so you can be wearing all of the hats. Because if that's your end game, you're going to learn all of these. You're going to learn HTML so you can build your own website. Really? Your end game is to be wearing all the hats? Why don't you have your end game be focusing on your area of genius and having someone else do everything for you? Doesn't that sound a lot easier? Doesn't that just feel a lot lighter? Because most people who are getting into the coaching industry, they did it because they have a calling to do that. They want to serve people. And because coaching is such a lucrative profession that you don't have to be grinding away on a 9 to 5 job. And many coaches, because they want to do it all themselves, they're not in a 9 to 5 job. They're not working 40 hours a week. They're working 80 hours a week or more. They're working weekends, nights. They're burning the candles at both ends because they're trying to save a penny. They're penny wise and pound foolish. So don't be that person, okay? You can launch your business in just a few weeks instead of a few years. And then think about, what is your annual income goal? How much do you think that you can feasibly make in your coaching business? Now, consider how much time you've already spent spinning your wheels or trying to learn all of the tech instead of just going out and getting clients right away. That amount of time, think about how much you could have been making if you are getting an income today. That's why I wanted to come on today, because a lot of coaches seem to be missing that aspect. And maybe you're trying to bootstrap it. Maybe you don't have the money to hire people, and maybe that was the mindset going into, is that you can't afford to hire somebody. But if you got ideal clients at the rate that you want, how many of those will you need in order for you to be able to afford hiring somebody? Make that be your goal. Also consider how much money you've invested in courses, how much time you've invested in courses. Stay in your area of genius. I mean, I know that they say you should learn how to do something yourself before you let somebody else take it over, but I mean, a lot of times people are just terminally stuck in tech overwhelm. And trying to learn more and more tech systems is only stacking on top of that overwhelm. So take a good hard look in the mirror and face the reality of your situation. And ask yourself, is it worth it? And I'm not talking about in terms of, is it worth it? Like, is your coaching success worth it? That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking your mental, physical, emotional, educational, financial, your time, all of those investments into trying to learn code, trying to grasp all of the tech. Just instead of thinking that way, please, I implore you, please, even if you don't hire me, just consider hiring somebody to help you. Because business owners, yeah, there's a certain point where if they're really bootstrapping it, they're doing everything themselves, but that's not ideal. That should not be your goal. Your goal should be trying to get away from that. Because then you're just working in your business instead of on your business. Then you can't focus on client relationships. You can't focus on income producing activities. You can't focus on serving others if you're just grinding away until there's nothing left of you. You're just spread so thin, and you're living in a state of frustration and exhaustion. If that feels like you right now, consider looking at your business like a business. Because business owners, ideally, they don't have to understand every aspect of the business. All they have to do, or the great ones do, is they hire experts to help them be successful. They surround themselves with geniuses. Successful people surround themselves with geniuses. Because you don't have to be the smartest person in the room. All you have to do is make connections with those people and have those people plugged into the system, which is your business. You're a coach, but you are also a business. You're running a business. Most businesses that are successful have employees. And even if you don't hire an actual employee, outsource things that are not in your wheelhouse. You don't have to have everything in your wheelhouse. In fact, I keep hearing this over and over and over again. Don't be the jack of all trades. Be the master in your area of genius. You should be focusing on fine-tuning your coaching ability. And you should be focusing on getting clients. Because you can't be a coach if you don't have any clients. Who are you coaching, right? So I hope that I have driven it home that you really need to refocus if you are just grinding your gears trying to understand all aspects of all of your business, because that's not your job. It is not your job. I mean, just think about it. Does it really make sense that the way to become a successful coach is to be really good at building a website and be really good at creating lead magnet and be really good at copywriting and be really good at email marketing and be really good at social media optimization and social media management? And I'm sure there's a lot of other things that I just can't think of right off the top of my head, but there's just so many things that have to go into this. Facebook ads, Google ads, all sorts of ads, analytics, how to fine tune your ads to make them even more effective, creating all the graphics. The list goes on and on. What you really need to be doing is asking yourself this: what do I enjoy doing? What is my gift? What is the thing that other people are coming to me for? Do more of that. If you want to be more successful, do more of that. I know I was a little long-winded, but I hope I got the message across, because it's just heartbreaking to see this over and over and over. And I really do hope that you take this message to heart if you are a coach, and just take a moment to reflect on yourself and your situation. And are you doing all of those things? Do you keep thinking, well, if I could just get this one thing perfect, if I can just do this one more thing, if I could just keep on adding this skill and this skill and this skill, when does it stop? When do you actually get to that point where you're doing the thing that you set out to do in the first place, which was coaching people? How long is it going to take? How many more programs are you going to invest in? Sure, you might feel like you're up for the challenge of learning all of these new skills, but is it worth it? Or would you rather just be rocking it right now instead of waiting another 2 years? So thank you so much for listening. I hope that you make a wise decision in your business, and good luck in your coaching success. Have a great day.